This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. Your nerves are dying one by one every single hour you ignore the tingling in your feet. If you do not stop this cellular rot tonight, your legs will eventually become a dead weight you can no longer carry. Imagine waking up one morning, trying to swing your legs out of bed, and realizing the connection is simply gone. The muscles are there, but the electricity is out. This is not a distant nightmare. For millions of adults over the age of 60, this is the inevitable result of ignoring the red flags of nerve damage. Welcome to ElderFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today as we discuss the most critical survival skill for your senior years: maintaining the bridge between your brain and your feet. Before we dive into the biological breakdown of why your legs are failing, please take a moment to subscribe to ElderFit Nutrition. Your support allows us to continue creating deep, science-based guidance that helps you stay independent, sharp, and mobile for decades to come. The tragedy of aging in our modern world is that we have been conditioned to accept pain as a natural companion. We are told that aching calves, heavy thighs, and cold feet are just part of getting older. This is a dangerous lie. When you feel a burning sensation or a sudden weakness that makes your knee buckle, your body is screaming at you that the communication lines are being severed. Nerve damage, or peripheral neuropathy, is often a slow, agonizing process. It starts with poor circulation and chronic inflammation, which starve the delicate nerve endings in your lower body of the oxygen they need to survive. Without oxygen, these nerves begin to wither like plants in a drought. When these nerves die, they take your balance with them. This is the moment when a simple trip to the kitchen becomes a life-altering gamble. A single fall after the age of 60 often leads to a hip fracture, and statistics show that for many, a hip fracture is a gateway to a rapid decline in health and a loss of the will to live. You are not just fighting for comfort, you are fighting for your right to stand on your own 2 feet. The heavy, cramping sensation you feel at night is the sound of your circulation failing to reach the very extremities that keep you upright. If you do not intervene now with targeted nutrition to repair these signals, the damage can become permanent. The good news is that the body is resilient, but it requires a very specific set of tools to begin the repair process. We are going to explore how certain natural compounds can act as the electricians for your body, rewiring the connections that have been frayed by years of wear, tear, and neglect. Before we move to the solutions, I want you to take a second to reflect on your own journey. Please participate in our community by answering this question in the comments below. When you feel discomfort or weakness in your legs, what is your primary emotional response? A. Fear that I am losing my independence and might suffer a fall soon. B. Frustration that I can no longer do the physical activities I used to love. Type A or B in the comments. Your interaction helps us understand your needs and ensures this life-saving information reaches more people who are at risk. To stop the decay and begin the restoration of your lower body, we must look at nutrition as a form of biological engineering. We are not just drinking for thirst. We are drinking to flood the legs with the specific molecules required to rebuild tissue and stabilize electrical impulses. The first and perhaps most potent tool in this kit is high-quality green tea. It is packed with catechins that act as a shield for your neurons. These compounds hunt down the oxidative stress molecules that eat away at your nerve endings, effectively stopping the rot at a cellular level. By consuming 2 to 3 cups daily, you are providing a constant stream of protection that allows the nerves to focus on repair rather than just survival. For those suffering from the sharp, stabbing pains of inflammation, golden milk infused with turmeric is a traditional powerhouse backed by modern science. The active curcuminoids are specialized in shutting down the inflammatory pathways that cause the legs to feel heavy and swollen. However, the secret lies in the synergy. By adding a touch of black pepper, you increase the absorption of these repair molecules by 2,000%, ensuring the medicine actually reaches the nerves in your calves and feet. This is followed by the sheer power of beetroot juice. This deep red elixir is essentially a natural vasodilator. It triggers the release of nitric oxide, a gas that forces your blood vessels to open wide. For a senior citizen, this is like opening a dam. A rush of oxygen-rich blood flows into the dormant areas of the legs, flushing out toxins and providing the raw materials for nerve regeneration. We then turn to the protective qualities of the blueberry smoothie. The dark pigments, known as anthocyanins, are capable of crossing the blood-nerve barrier to reduce the internal fire of inflammation. When you blend these with healthy fats like chia seeds, you are creating a slow-release fuel that maintains nerve stability throughout the day. For the structural integrity of the legs, bone broth is indispensable. It provides the glycine and proline necessary to maintain the myelin sheath, the fatty insulation that covers your nerves. Just as a frayed wire sparks and fails, a nerve without a healthy myelin sheath cannot send signals to your muscles. Bone broth acts as the insulation tape, ensuring your brain's commands reach your feet instantly and accurately. Furthermore, we must address the mechanical stiffness of the muscles. Ginger tea and dark cocoa are not mere treats. They are circulation enhancers. Gingerol helps relax the smooth muscles within your blood vessels, while the flavonoids in dark cocoa improve the flexibility of the arteries. This ensures that even the smallest capillaries in your toes remain open and functional. To round out the daytime defense, almond milk provides the magnesium necessary for proper muscle contraction and the vitamin E required to prevent further nerve cell death. Each of these drinks serves a specific purpose in the reconstruction of your mobility. You are not just hydrating. You are systematically replacing the components of a failing system with high-performance biological fuel. By integrating these into your daily routine, you are making a conscious choice to reject the inevitable decline, and instead, you are building a foundation of strength that will keep you walking, dancing, and moving with confidence for years to come. As the sun sets and the world grows quiet, a second shift begins within your body, one that is far more critical than anything that happens during your waking hours. For those over the age of 60, the night is not merely a period of unconsciousness. It is the only time the biological operating room is open for business. When you enter deep, restorative sleep, your brain finally stops sending frantic signals to your muscles, allowing the system to shift from survival to repair. This is the sacred window where your damaged nerves can finally begin to knit back together, and your exhausted leg muscles can rebuild their structural integrity. However, this miracle of restoration cannot happen in a vacuum of nutrients. Most people make the fatal mistake of going to bed with nothing but a glass of plain water, leaving their cells starving for the specific building blocks needed to heal. The transition to a night of true recovery begins with understanding the chemistry of calm. A warm cup of golden milk serves as the perfect conductor for this symphony of healing. While the turmeric continues to fight the embers of inflammation left over from the day's movement, the tryptophan in the warm milk acts as a chemical messenger, converting into serotonin and eventually melatonin to signal to your brain that the day is over. This is not just about falling asleep. It is about staying asleep long enough for the growth hormones to flood your system. To take this a step further, combining chamomile tea with a small amount of glycine powder creates a powerful cooling effect on your core body temperature. This physiological shift is a biological trigger that deepens sleep cycles and stabilizes the erratic electrical pulses that often cause restless legs or sudden painful midnight cramps. If you find yourself waking frequently, tart cherry juice offers a concentrated dose of natural melatonin that works in harmony with your internal clock, ensuring that the repair process remains uninterrupted for 7 to 8 hours. For those whose minds are as restless as their legs, lemon balm tea paired with magnesium glycinate provides the ultimate neurological anchor. Magnesium acts as a natural gatekeeper, preventing the overfiring of nerve signals that lead to muscle twitching and mental restlessness. Finally, the most profound addition to your nightly ritual is a latte of collagen and ashwagandha. As the ashwagandha lowers your cortisol levels, the stress hormone that keeps seniors in a state of light, fragmented sleep, The collagen provides the raw amino acids to reinforce your joints and the protective sheaths of your nerves. Imagine waking up not with the usual stiffness and dread of that first step, but with a sense of lightness and fluid grace, knowing that while you slept, your body was hard at work making you whole again. Understanding what to drink is only the first half of the equation. The true mastery of senior nutrition lies in the sacred rhythm of when you provide these nutrients to your cells. Your body operates on a sophisticated internal clock. And for those over 60, the timing of your intake can be the difference between a nutrient being absorbed or simply being wasted. To truly save your legs from the threat of failure, you must align your nutrition with your body's metabolic peaks. The morning hours should be dedicated to activation and protection. This is when the vasodilators like beetroot juice and the high-potency antioxidants in green tea or blueberry smoothies are most effective. By flooding your system with nitric oxide and catechins early in the day, you ensure that as you begin to move, your blood vessels are wide and resilient, providing a constant stream of oxygen to your nerves during every walk and every chore. However, a critical secret that many health enthusiasts overlook is the danger of cellular dehydration. For a senior citizen, simply drinking 8 glasses of water is not enough. As we age, our cells lose the ability to hold on to moisture, leading to a hidden form of dehydration that makes nerves brittle and muscles prone to tearing. You must practice nutrient-dense hydration. This means that instead of plain water, which can often flush out essential electrolytes, you should lean on the mineral-rich profile of almond milk or bone broth throughout the afternoon. These liquids do more than quench thirst. They deliver magnesium and potassium directly to the nerve endings, keeping the electrical grid of your legs hydrated and stable. Furthermore, you must understand the law of synergy. For example, the magnesium in your afternoon almond milk works far more effectively when paired with gentle movement, as the muscle contractions help pump the minerals into the tissue. Likewise, the anti-inflammatory power of ginger tea is best utilized in the late afternoon, right when the day's physical stress begins to peak, preventing inflammation from hardening into chronic pain by the time you reach the evening. By treating your nutrition as a strategic timeline, rather than a random list of ingredients, you are giving your body a roadmap to recovery. It is this consistency and precision that transforms simple drinks into a life-saving shield, ensuring that your legs remain your strongest asset, capable of carrying you through life with unwavering stability and pride. The choice between a life of freedom and a life of confinement is often made in the small, quiet moments of our daily routine. For those over 60, the window of opportunity to intervene in the natural decay of the nervous system is narrow, but it is wide open right now. You must realize that your legs are the pillars of your entire existence. Once they crumble, your world shrinks to the size of a single room. Taking action today is not just about nutrition. It is an act of defiance against a society that expects you to slow down and disappear. By choosing a blueberry smoothie over a sugary snack or a cup of ginger tea over a glass of soda, you are casting a vote for a future where you can still walk through a park, play with your grandchildren, and stand tall with dignity. The power to heal is already within your biology, waiting for the right signals to begin. Do not wait for a catastrophic fall to become the catalyst for change. The time to fortify your foundation is while you are still standing. Every nutrient-dense sip is a brick in the wall of your independence, protecting you from the silent rot that seeks to take your mobility away. This is about reclaiming the electricity in your limbs and ensuring that your muscles remain responsive and resilient. It requires no drastic surgery or expensive equipment, only the discipline to replace empty hydration with purposeful, healing liquids. When you prioritize these 9 drinks, you are not just quenching thirst, you are nourishing your autonomy. Start with one simple change. Perhaps it is the golden milk tonight or the green tea tomorrow morning. Whatever it is, do it with the understanding that you are saving your future self from the pain of regret and the stillness of a hospital bed. Stay consistent, stay hopeful, and remember that your legs were meant to carry you toward adventure, not toward a standstill. The journey toward total leg health and nerve restoration is a testament to the incredible resilience of the human body after 60. What many people fail to realize is that the inevitable decline we see in our peers is often not a result of age itself, but of silent nutrient gaps that leave our nerves and muscles starving for repair. When you begin to fill these gaps with the specific antioxidants, minerals, and amino acids we have discussed, the body's response can be shockingly swift. You might find that within just a few days of consistent nightly rituals, the heavy fatigue in your calves begins to lift, or the persistent tingling in your toes starts to fade into the background. This is the sound of your internal communication system coming back online. It is the feeling of your blood vessels opening up to deliver life-sustaining oxygen to areas that have been dormant for years. As we conclude this exploration into the power of liquid nutrition, remember that your health is an investment that pays dividends in movement, clarity, and joy. The restless nights and the stiff mornings that many accept as an inescapable part of being a senior are, in fact, changeable. By replacing a plain glass of water with a nutrient-rich bedtime drink, you are giving your brain the chemical signals it needs to enter the deepest stages of recovery. This is where your memory is sharpened, your balance is stabilized, and your muscles are reinforced. You deserve to wake up feeling lighter, walking with a steady gait, and moving through your day with an energy that defies your age. The path to a more vibrant life is paved with these small, intentional choices. The deep lesson to be learned here is that your body never stops listening to the instructions you give it through your environment and your nutrition. Even after 60 years of wear and tear, the biological machinery for repair remains intact. It simply needs the right raw materials to function. The most profound way to apply this to your life today is to stop viewing your health as a lost cause and start viewing it as a project of restoration. Pick one drink from the daytime list and one from the nighttime list. Commit to them for just 1 week. Observe how your body responds. Listen to the decrease in pain and the increase in stability. By taking this small step, you shift from being a passive observer of your aging to an active architect of your longevity. Which of the 9 drinks mentioned today do you feel would be the easiest for you to start drinking this week? Please share your choice in the comments below so we can all see which options are the most popular and support each other in this journey towards stronger legs. If you found this guide helpful for your health journey, please subscribe to ElderFit Nutrition to support our mission. Your subscription gives us the motivation to continue creating deep, science-based content that helps seniors everywhere stay active, independent, and strong for years to come.